Welcome back to the Chelsea Show, the home of everything blue. If you're a Chelsea fan who loves staying ahead of the biggest stories, rumours and behind-the-scenes developments at Stamford Bridge, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a story that has caught the attention of the entire Premier League. And it directly involves Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca. Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca has reportedly emerged as one of the leading candidates on Manchester City's shortlist to replace Pep Guardiola, amid growing anticipation that the legendary manager could step away from the Etihad Stadium sooner than expected. According to reports, City are quietly preparing for life after Guardiola, and Maresca's name is said to be very high on their list of potential successors. Pep Guardiola signed a contract extension in November last year that would keep him at Manchester City until 2027, seemingly ending speculation that he might leave at the conclusion of the 2024-25 season. However, fresh reports suggest that his future may not be as clear-cut as previously thought. The Athletic claims that Guardiola could still decide to walk away at the end of the current campaign, with the final decision expected to be made closer to the end of the season. Given Guardiola's immense influence and the scale of his success at City, the club are understandably planning ahead for every scenario. In anticipation of that possible departure, Manchester City are believed to be compiling a shortlist of elite managerial candidates capable of maintaining their dominant footballing philosophy. Among those names, Enzo Maresca stands out prominently. Sources suggest that City view the Italian as a natural heir to Guardiola, largely due to his deep understanding of the club's tactical identity and his previous experience within the City football group. Maresca's connection to Manchester City runs deep. He worked as Guardiola's assistant between 2022 and 2023, playing a hands-on role in training sessions and tactical preparation. Before that, he managed Manchester City's under-23 side, where he impressed club executives with his emphasis on positional play, ball retention, and structured pressing, principles that mirror Guardiola's footballing ideals. That familiarity with City's internal culture makes Maresca an attractive option should Guardiola decide to move on. After leaving his assistant role, Maresca took on the challenge of managing Leicester City, guiding them back to the Premier League at the end of the 2023-24 season. His success there further enhanced his reputation as one of Europe's most promising young coaches. Chelsea moved quickly the following summer to secure his services, appointing him as head coach and entrusting him with a talented but youthful squad. Since arriving in West London, Maresca has enjoyed a remarkable start to life at Stamford Bridge. Under his leadership, Chelsea have won the UEFA Conference League and the Club World Cup, achievements that have boosted optimism among the fan base and reinforced confidence in the club's long-term project. His calm authority, tactical clarity, and commitment to developing young players have all been praised internally and externally. Despite the growing speculation linking him with Manchester City, Chelsea have declined to comment publicly on the reports. Maresca remains under contract until 2030, with the club also holding an option to extend his deal by an additional year. From Chelsea's perspective, he is very much seen as a cornerstone of their future plans. Still, Maresca himself recently added fuel to the speculation with cryptic comments following Chelsea's 2-0 victory over Everton. The 45-year-old admitted he had experienced the worst 48 hours of his tenure in the build-up to the match, suggesting that he and his players had not received sufficient support from certain quarters. While he stopped short of naming who he was referring to, the comments raised eyebrows among fans and pundits alike. However, Maresca was quick to clarify his stance, insisting that he is absolutely happy at Chelsea and keen to put the matter to rest. His words were backed up by results on the pitch, as the Blues followed up the Everton win with a convincing 3-1 victory over Cardiff City in the Carabao Cup. That result secured Chelsea a place in the two-legged semi-finals, where they will face either Arsenal or Crystal Palace next year. For Chelsea supporters, the situation is both flattering and concerning. On one hand, interest from Manchester City underlines just how highly Maresca is regarded in elite football circles. On the other, it raises questions about whether Chelsea can hold on to a coach who is clearly destined for the very top. For now, though, Maresca remains focused on his work at Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea fans will hope that his future, at least in the short to medium term, stays firmly in blue. It is now official. Raheem Sterling will leave Chelsea in the January transfer market, bringing an end to a difficult and often frustrating chapter in his Stamford Bridge career. Chelsea and Sterling have reached a decision that a separation is the best outcome for all parties involved. The England international will complete a move away from West London, with the club finally clearing one of the biggest contracts on their wage bill as they continue their long-term rebuild under Enzo Maresca. Sterling's departure has been coming for months. Since the start of the season, he has been frozen out of first-team plans, training away from the main group and excluded from matchday squads. Under Maresca's system, Sterling simply did not fit tactically or stylistically. Chelsea's new direction prioritises younger, high-intensity, tactically flexible attackers, and Sterling, despite his experience, struggled to meet those demands. His defensive contribution, inconsistency in front of goal, and inability to adapt to positional discipline all worked against him. From a financial perspective, the situation was unsustainable. Sterling's massive wage package placed unnecessary strain on Chelsea's salary structure, especially at a time when the club is working aggressively to balance accounts and comply with financial regulations. When Raheem Sterling arrived from Manchester City, expectations were sky high. He came as a serial winner, a proven Premier League attacker, and someone expected to lead Chelsea's front line during a transitional era. However, reality proved far more complicated. Sterling had moments, flashes of quality, important goals, and occasional match-winning performances, but consistency was always missing. Injuries, tactical instability, and constant managerial changes made it difficult for him to ever settle. For Chelsea fans, Sterling's time at the club will be remembered as disappointing rather than disastrous, but far from the impact many hoped for. He never truly became the leader or difference-maker Chelsea needed during a challenging rebuild phase. This move represents progress, not failure. For Chelsea, firstly, it frees up significant wages, allowing the club to reinvest smarter and more sustainably. Secondly, it opens the door for younger attackers to take on greater responsibility, whether that's emerging academy talents or recent signings still finding their rhythm. More importantly, Sterling's exit sends a clear message. No player is bigger than the project. Chelsea are committed to building a cohesive, hungry squad that aligns fully with the manager's philosophy. From a squad harmony perspective, this decision removes a lingering distraction. A player training separately and earning elite wages without contributing on the pitch is never healthy for dressing room balance. Sterling's next destination will keep him in English football, where he believes he can revive his career and remain competitive at the highest level. While Chelsea fans will be curious to see how he performs elsewhere, the focus at Stamford Bridge is firmly forward-looking. At 30 years old, Sterling still has football left in him, and a fresh environment could suit him. But for Chelsea, the priority is evolution, not nostalgia. Chelsea supporters are divided on Sterling, but one thing is clear. This move is right for everyone. Sterling leaves without animosity, but also without regret from the club. His professionalism has not been questioned, yet football is ruthless, and decisions must serve the collective vision. As Chelsea continue to reshape their identity, moves like this, bold, decisive, and strategic, are exactly what fans have been calling for. Raheem Sterling's exit marks another step in Chelsea's transformation. It's the closing of a chapter that never fully delivered, but also the opening of a new one built on clarity, youth, and purpose. Chelsea are moving forward, leaner, smarter, and more focused. For more Chelsea updates, transfer breakdowns, and match reactions, this is Chelsea Show, your trusted home for Blues news. Stay tuned, because January is just getting started.